So Eren, where are you heading? But of course, going down the path of betrayal. Sorry, Oni-chan. So what's up guys, Foxen here. Attack on Titan chapter 120 is out. Such a super juicy chapter. I mean really, my Ymir. How does Isayama keep topping himself every month? But enough with the ass kissing. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up just like you want Gabi to get smashed. For the ladies, you smashing Levi. Ring that bell so you actually get my videos, and let's get started. Attack on Titan chapter 120, titled Instant, which is definitely a reference to this very moment / scene. First thing off, I do have to mention Eren. A couple things about him. First off, like 99% of us thought, Eren obviously was not dead yet. And two, whoever said the founding Titan powers would get activated this chapter, you were spot on. Go ahead and post down below if that was your theory. Then the second major thing in this chapter, which is really a combo package, the Titan realm plus some Ymir information. And yes, I'm going to be diving into all of this, so let's begin. As to start this, you see that Eren and Zeke flashback, which is really this continuation of the previous flashback from one of the recent Attack on Titan chapters. You know, after Zeke technically died. Right here, oh sorry Oni-chan, did I just drop your ball? Totally on accident. This right here is really Isayama hammering the point. No Zeke, I was never on your side to begin with, you silly ape. Complete with a stare down. I was really just thinking it, come on Zeke, you should have suspected something from this very moment. And yes, later in this video I do have to give Zeke credit. Next up, that bird's eye overview of the district. There is so much smoke here. And yes, notably Isayama most likely made this less clear on purpose. You got that KFC plus feather blocking part of it. Isayama really must have seen the last chapter feedback about the inconsistencies. Let me just make them keep on wondering. As for a brief update on the Titan situation, it's feeding time. Which by the way, no glimpse at all at the Pixie's Titan or the Nile Titan. Heath should also be a Titan, what's going on with him? How very Isayama-like just to keep you guessing. Next up, an update on Mikasa and Armin versus the Peak Titan. Come on, how is Peak not turned into delicious Titan taco meat yet? By the way, do notice at this point, every manga page from here is clearly showing each of these new scenes as a memory fragment. And hello there, Reiner. Isayama sure loves using that hand reaching out pose for Attack on Titan. Reiner in particular has been one of the top characters in Attack on Titan doing that. By the way, I hope you did notice the update on the Falco Titan. Some of you were questioning whether Falco actually ate the juicy insides. Turns out that he did since his Titan is dissolving. Then for your favorite character, Gabi. So yes, it turns out Gabi was blown the hell back after that super shonen move. I guess good thing that anti-Titan rifles are made out of this lightweight titanium. Seriously, Gabi better actually have like a broken arm, or at the very least a dislocated shoulder next chapter. But anyway, more important, your beloved Oni-chan for the win. Turns out all that baseball practice was for this very moment. Don't worry guys, Zeke saved the head. Just go ahead and super Titan glue that thing back on. Besides, didn't Deadpool do something similar with his head? Part of me is also looking at this and wondering, how would they censor this in Attack on Titan Season 4? Are they actually going to show this in the anime, or definitely just keep it to the side? I bet they could do something like Bert getting his ear sliced off. Just blur the cut sliced portion off. The little kids watching will never know. Next up, I'm freaking loving this double manga panel shot. I only wish I could look at this in detail when the official Attack on Titan chapter comes out. So let's just go down Titan memory lane, not in any particular order. You got two unknown figures, the crazy Hanji, Uncle Levi looking super happy. Hey, turns out these two got into the actual chapter. Some KFC in the sky, baby mama Historia, the Levi squad, poor Petra, crushed forever. The Potato Girl Sasha Koni duel, Falco Jaws Titan, Grisha looking horrified, the basement key. What looks like that Ymir girl, young Historia, which should be something from Frida's point of view. Reiner, back when he was a scout. Young Mikasa, Eren, why are you crying? Was it because you just got a spoiler from Isayama? The priest alien laughing at Eren's face. Young Faye, taken way too soon. What should be from Grisha's point of view. The ocean, someone getting their ass kicked from that wall. The stallion in present day. Some porridge or soup? Didn't Eren say something about loving his mama's cooking? Young Eren going all commando. Young Armin. Mama Yeager. A mysterious Titan eye. But anyway, let's just get into it. Eren has entered the Titan realm. Just seeing this, I was really getting goosebumps all around. I couldn't be the only one getting chills. And look at that in front. Could it be the Great Yggdrasil? It actually reminds me of that giant-ass crystal tree created by the WarHammer Titan, which was definitely a reference to this. As for a Titan reveal here, that lovely night sky. Turns out this is where all the paths in the sky connect. You know, the ones that Zeke saw, the one that Ymir saw in Attack on Titan Season 2. And yes, Zeke was here not too long ago, you know, after he exploded all over Levi's face. As for another potential Titan reveal, that the Founding Titan memories gain access to this place when using the Founding Titan powers. Then for a detail about this Titan realm, which is really a reference to the chapter, it seems time here is standing still for anyone here. I mean, you have Oni-chan Zeke waiting here for years and years. Too bad that Zeke didn't keep track of every passing second. Come on Zeke, you should really learn something from Dr. Stoned. So getting into Ymir the founder confirmed. For this, yes, I'm loving it. I previously did mention my doubts about this young girl actually being Ymir, or at least I should say I was open to other possibilities. That said, ever visiting the Attack on Titan final exhibition here in Japan, I've started leaning more towards this kid being Ymir. Part of the reason really was Isayama's heavy focus on this unknown girl for the Attack on Titan exhibit. There could really only be two options for that. Either Isayama was being the infamous troll that you know he is, or two, the young girl would be important, maybe going the Ymir route. As for Zeke's own theory here, which actually has been a question asked before, where do the bones, muscle, and all the Titan body stuff come from? How does it all magically appear? So according to Zeke, he believes that Ymir is making the Titan playthings in this Titan realm. If you think about it, that would make some sense, given that time doesn't seem to be a thing here. Ymir-chan here would have almost unlimited time. Although the question then comes up, would this apply to Titans who are regenerating? Especially someone like Eren who abuses the crap out of that. How about when you need a second body? Would Ymir also be creating the Titan crystal? For that, she's gonna have to bring over the Titan cement truck. Also, recall the time that Titan Reiner was in that messed up armored Titan form. Did Reiner just force his Titan to pop out before Ymir-chan was done? That's my quick theory anyway. That might also explain why these Titans are missing genitals. I would also like to apply my theory to partial Titan transformations. I could see that being Titan shifters just forcing their Titan before Ymir-chan was finished making them. Next up, Zeke, what is the deal with those chains? So get this, supposedly the bindings are literally making the royal blood user a slave to that vow, which was that previous vow renouncing all war. So for this, a question comes up. How did that original Eldian King even make it to this place in the first place? Based on what we know, the previous Eldian King would have had to first use the Founding Titan powers in a way that allowed him to enter this Titan realm. Once you get past that, why did this Ymir girl agree to have this binding vow? Have there been previous vows put in place for the Founding Titan? Or how about vows for other Titans? And yes, you know which example I'm thinking about, Eren's Attack Titan. As for Zeke here, I actually started to feel a little bit bad for him here. Ever since Zeke has been on his solo Oni-chan trip, he's been acting like he really needs like a buddy or something. Oh, and about the whole Eldian euthanasia plan. Fricking finally, you have Eren denouncing that stupid plan. Denied to Zeke's face. Sorry, Oni-chan. So let me go ahead and just put it out there. Who the hell did not see that coming? Did anyone seriously think Eren was gonna go along with Zeke's plan? And not have his own plan up his freedom sleeve? In a way, it almost feels like Isayama's purposely making some of the story elements, like Gabi's subplot, and Eren supposedly going bad or going to the dark side, just making them pretty predictable to serve the overall Attack on Titan narrative. At least that's my positive outlook on it. By the way, also notice this panel shot. You got that light tree behind Eren. Come on Isayama, that's definitely on purpose. Can you say foreshadowing for you? As for the monkey brother over here, once again part of me started to feel a little bit bad for him. I'm not really sure why Zeke seemed to have been converted to this overly dependent character, overly dependent on his brother post time skip. But maybe, just maybe, Zeke was like this whole time. Like I previously touched on, Zeke was desperately looking for that special someone to share his long-term crazy goal with. Next up, Eren wanting to use the Founding Titan powers. This part was a little surprising. Sorry Eren, denied. So it looks like Zeke was only testing Eren. Perhaps Zeke was not as gullible as we thought. Oh yes, the mastermind Oni-chan is back. Sorry Eren, this lolly is mine for the taking. And yes, I spent a lot of alone time with this little girl, my Eren brother. You don't even know the things I've learned from using her. This does reveal detail about this Titan realm, which is perhaps the Founding Titan users only being able to access this place when that war pact is questioned. In other words, when the king's ideology takes over. That may help to explain why Frida was previously freaking out. Although I should mention a lot of those scenes were cut for the anime. For Zeke here, this royal blood member didn't come into this Titan realm under that condition. The guy got a free pass. Thank you, Eren. As for the Grand Titan twist, so yes, it turns out Eren was the one being used all along. And yes, I mentioned this possibility in the past. It has been said constantly throughout the story, most recently by Armin, how Eren would be the one in control of the founding Titan powers. Zeke was like, haha, you believe that crap? It was all according to plan. It wasn't Eren, but Zeke who pulled an Aizen. Then for the Ymir reveal, suppose you have something about her being a slave too. I kinda thought something like this would be the case. Throughout Attack on Titan, there has been this constant theme of being a slave or being restricted. I mean, for the very first episode, everyone being encaged. At the start of the series, that was from the Titans, then humanity overall. Meanwhile, you have Mr. Freedom over here trying to overcome that. Wouldn't it be appropriate if the original Ymir was shackled in some way? Ultimately, it seems like Eren will be the one to free her one day, maybe. As for the Full Metal Alchemist parallel, so you have Ymir being this truth type of figure. The only difference, no thoughts of her own. But really, is she really incapable of thinking? Keep in mind that Zeke getting revived himself should be a contradiction to that. Someone chose to revive him. If it wasn't Ymir, who was it? And for what purpose? Why did Ymir revive Zeke and not the other brother? Anyway, getting into the scene of the brothers touching each other, it finally happened. Time for a trip down memory lane. And yes, it's time for one of those anime moments. And yes, don't mention it, I know this is a manga. If you've been watching anime for a while, you've definitely seen this type of moment, where you got the character viewing their past memories, almost as if it was a movie. Definitely post an anime down below that it makes you think of. For me, I really tried to think of another one, but I kept going back to the original Digimon, and also Evangelion. As for Zeke here, seems like you really got Mr. Bitterman over here. Oh papa, you forgot about your first family, your first son? Which really goes back to a popular Attack on Titan theme. Attack on Titan is all about those daddy issues. Come on daddy, I tried so hard, why didn't you notice me? You could just hear Zeke crying in the background. Eren's like, come on dude, next. As for some of the Grisha stuff, confirming some of the stuff a lot of us already suspected. Naturally, Papa Grisha would have used his great influence as a doctor to gather intel. The guy did have 13 years. I mean, Grisha had to find a way to get to the Reyes family eventually. And I freaking love this Eren moment. Oh dear, I've seen the light. Oni-chan, you were completely right. Alright, let's get back to the Titan realm. I'm about to grab myself a loli and make a run for it. Right here, Zeke should have really reverse trolled him. Oh, really? You want to screw around, Eren? Alright, if that's how you want to play it. Look at this scene, Eren. How does this make you feel? Going back to the very moment you were made. Oh, what's that? You're getting some damaged memories now? Perfect. All according to plan. As for the two cameos here, hey, it's Uncle Hannes, the drunk version. And then Mr. Ackerman Kenny. Better stay away from that tall fella. Next up, that previous Reyes church from Attack on Titan Season 3. So I gotta give Detective Grisha a lot of credit, he actually found this church years earlier. On the flip side, this dude really was procrastinating until the final few moments. You could see Zeke at this moment starting to see the light, just from witnessing Papa Grisha's actions. Next up, that moment. Oh my Ymir, Grisha actually saw Zeke as an old dude. So I really have to question, is this an actual memory? Or are they somehow really in the past? And yes, I do know Zeke mentioned this being Grisha's memory. But honestly, think about it. How much does Zeke really know about the founding Titan? This scene right here pretty much confirms there's stuff that Zeke doesn't know. But anyway, I really like that Zeke is about to be the one to get a change of heart after all of his Titan memories. Oh, and I just like how Eren was like, hey a-hole, let's keep on moving. But no, come on. Damn you, Isayama. Where exactly is the cliffhanger? Just like the time with Marco, Isayama just stopped drawing. Isayama must have been like, you were expecting a cliffhanger. Wrong, bitch. That was the last chapter. I'm just gonna end it. So going forward, I do expect this to be ongoing for another 2 to 3 chapters, maybe even 5 chapters. And I do have to mention this being one of my predictions coming true, which is something similar to that whole basement reveal. You got this Titan realm and Titan memories with a lot of info being dropped. I also predicted another major twist coming. And yes, despite a lot of information being dropped here, I'm still expecting the big one to come. Hey Zeke, how about going back to the Great Titan War? This right here would be a great way to revisit that conflict. You could potentially see some past Titan shifters too. Give us the truth. How about the actual truth of Ymir? Go back to the day where she gained her Titan abilities. Was it a devil, a god, a plant, some magical Titan weed? Which was it? So post down below, which Titan memories do you want Zeke to explore next? I'm really hoping Eren takes control of the steering wheel next chapter. Come on, Eren. So overall this chapter, I freaking loved it. So this chapter actually reminded me of Code Geass in a different way. Just like in Code Geass, you had all of this battle and action, which was fun and all. But the real meat of the series is stuff like this. Besides that anime, I was really getting in this Evangelion / Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood vibe throughout this whole chapter. And just seeing at this point where Attack on Titan is heading, that is no surprise. Of course, Isayama has drawn inspiration from Norse mythology, but also what else? I am betting and really hoping that down the line, years later after Attack on Titan is done, that Isayama spills the Titan-sized beans on that. And no, let me just mention he didn't freaking get inspired by Naruto. The 9 Titan things is from Norse mythology, which is where Boruto's dad also got it from. As for some other stuff, some of you guys mentioned this panel shot being Armin / Mikasa / Eren from Attack on Titan High School. You know, that recent spin-off. That would actually be pretty crazy if Isayama connects that. In other words, in the end, potentially have Eren rewriting the whole Titan history. The powers never existed, Eren never becomes a Titan, and just goes on to be a regular high school student. And then for this shot, Grisha with Eren, this looks awfully familiar to the final panel shot. It is different, so this might really just be Isayama teasing. By the way, really quickly, I do have to mention my schedule. So with any of you not familiar with my Attack on Titan schedule, the follow-up discussion video should always come the Friday in the next week following the chapter release. For this Attack on Titan chapter, it may come as soon as Wednesday next week. Then for the Attack on Titan prediction video, that will come out the Friday before the next chapter release week. So go ahead and start tweeting in your question. Be sure to follow me and use that hashtag Attack on Titan 120. Make sure it's only one question and no pictures, please. As for some upcoming juicy stuff, I got a summer anime video going over everything. Right now it is about 30 minutes long and it's almost done. Expect that by the end of the week. But anyway, more important, post your thoughts down below. What do you think about the Titan realm? How about the Ymir girl reveal? Do you buy what Zeke is selling? Or do you think he's lying once again to Eren? Go ahead and check out my recent breakdowns on My Hero Academia, SAO, Konosuba, and Weathering With You. And I'll see you guys later.